Hi everybody, Karen Burchill here, and I have one more craft hack or craft room solution that I came up with, again in the moment of creativity. You know, I'm sure someone else has thought of this idea, but I thought I'd bring it to you. A couple weekends ago, while I was at Yvonne and my raw weekend, rest, relaxation, art, and wine weekend. On the one day I was utilizing some of Yvonne's stamps and stamping on all my jelly prints and doing things. Then shortly thereafter, I was taking some of those and putting them on ATCs. So if I had a whole jelly print, one of my problems was I wanted it to have good composition and that kind of stuff. And as I'm putting this on here, sometimes I hit it right on the mark and sometimes I didn't. You know, and I couldn't quite judge. And I said to myself, gee, wouldn't that be great? So if I had this and I wanted a certain part of this, I can really see if what I have is what I'm going to like at the end. So I said, wouldn't it be great if I could see through something? So I looked around the cabin and I had some basically plastic cutting boards. They're smooth on one side and rough on the other. And I had been using them. I had cut them up and I've been using them to stick in between the pages when I'm gluing and when I'm painting. And as you can see, they're well loved. So I thought to myself, gee, I can use those. Those are clear. So I had grabbed a piece of that and some plastic, and I thought, okay, so I'm going to cut. Now the one that I cut initially, I cut exact same size as the ATC. And I'm going to make myself another one, and I'm going to make it a little bit better, because then I don't have to be so precise when I'm lining things up exactly, because I found if I didn't put it exactly there, I ended up with this little bit of white there that just doesn't work for me. So I thought, okay, I have some more of this plastic, and actually the dollar store had more too. So I thought I'm just going to cut it just a slight border. I think, can you see the border? I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. And I thought, okay, is this going to cut on, can I cut this with my paper cutter here? So if I poke it, scissors here, yeah, a little better. So much for that. You got to try something new. But I don't want this too big because I don't want to waste some of my jelly print. I want to maybe get 2 or 3 ATCs out of a certain print. So then I can just put it on top of the jelly print or background paper or something, and I can actually see which piece I like, what's going to be on the jelly print. And I can say, okay, I want this. See, it's kind of faded there, so I really don't want that. Then all I have to do is simply trace this and cut it out. And put it onto my jelly print, onto my ATC. And I have my start of my background. So I'm liking that. Then I would just glue that on, have a little bit of wiggle room just to get the final positioning, and put that on. Then I can also stamp things on there and know that it's going to be in frame. As I was getting ready to do this video, I noticed I had my acrylic block, which is clear and could be used since it's just a little bit bigger than the ATC. I could use it. So if I have my acrylic block with me, I can line it up. I can see exactly what the pattern is in the case of this flower. Maybe I can zoom in and you can see this. You can see the flower. I can see, okay, I want that. I want it kind of off center a bit and going off the page. So again, I can just do that. Of course, this doesn't work, and I can get exactly the design and the perspective and the composition that I want to get. So then I can glue that onto the ATC and with Mod Podge and cut off the excess. So whether you're using some cutting board, clear cutting board, which is easy, it can stay with your ATCs, or you're going to use something that you already have, this acrylic block. I would like it, this is a little bit too big, but if I had nothing else, this would do the trick.